Fixing this swing fault right here will absolutely transform your golf game. So doing this movement correctly will result in more compressed shots, straighter and longer golf shots too. So I'm going to show you an awesome drill to be able to fix this and get it right to get all those benefits. So I'm Jonathan Chan with JChownGolf. Let's dive right into it. So what is this swing fault? And you're going to see here visually through this alignment stick from my belt loops what it is. And that is losing my hip tilt in the downswing. So where my lead side of my hip, so you can see the long part of this alignment stick here, pointing upwards. So a lot of you be thinking and looking there and thinking, oh, that's just a bump of the hips forward. Yeah, it is. But if you really bump those hips forward by raising up your hip tilt, that is going to immediately cause a sway, and that is immediately going to cause the upper body to tilt backwards, which is then going to slow down your rotation going through the golf shot. You're not going to be able to turn because that will cause a massive back injury if you do that. And also it's going to cause low point issues. So you're going to be grounding out the club first, of course, lack of rotation along with that. Flip of the hands through the golf ball. So no control over your golf shots. So we don't want to be doing that movement if we want to be consistent, because of course, if we are grounding our club out early or low points getting behind, thin, fat shots, that's not going to be good. You're not going to be hitting your yardage. And lack of rotation or good quality rate of rotation going through the shot, a stall out, is going to mean loss of control of club face. So that ball is going to be going right, it's going to be going left, it could be going absolutely anywhere. Of course, you can hit a couple straight shots, but do you really want to be timing it up and just thinking, where on earth is this ball going to go each time? So what we want to happen here, we want to, of course, fix that. We don't want the left hip raising upwards. We want the left side of the hip, so this is for right-handed golfer here, staying down and turning. So you can see here how this stick is staying down as I'm turning through. Now, what is that doing? I can still get my weight forward. I'm still shifting. I'm not quite doing a hip bump, but I'm getting my pressure shifting on my lead side. So my low point's going to be controlled quite nicely, because as soon as that happens, you can see left side going down, stick slightly pointing down. My upper body is now stacked on top of my lower body. So as I continue to turn, I'm not getting this crazy tilt back. So that means my low point control is going to be nicely, let's say if iron's after the golf ball, really, really good. But also it's going to keep me continuing to rotate through the shot. So lead side staying down is one of the key elements to getting really good rotation. And it's the reason why you can't clear the hips, because if you can't clear the hips, you're raising up your lead hip there. But if you're keeping that stick down and keeping that lead side of the pelvis down and turning, those hips will have no problem clearing through there. So that means that good rate of rotation is going to mean a very, very stable club face there. So absolutely awesome thing, and you need it in your golf swing. Remember, we're tilted to the ground as we're hitting the golf ball. The golf ball is on the ground, so we need to stay tilted. If you're lifting up your lead hip, your tilt's being lost. That's acting like the ball's coming to you in the air. It's on the ground. You need to stay tilted towards that golf ball to be able to hit it properly. So let's get into the drill. So for this drill, what do we need? Keep that stick in between the belt loops here. So all you need to do now, push this stick. So just a little bit's coming on the right-hand side of it. So we're using this stick as a visual guide, because like you're seeing when I was demonstrating the bad move, the fault, the hip tilt leveling out, you're going to see how the stick raises upwards. So if I was hitting a ball down here and I started my downswing and that left hip raised up, you're going to see how the stick is going to point up and away. So what I want to do here, I want to get this stick pointing down and going around. So that's a saying you've probably all heard before in modern golf instruction, is going down and around. This is it. Having that left side of the pelvis go down and straight away, getting it disappearing around you. So that's keeping your hip tilt with your lead side down, and the rotation is the around portion of it. So, like I said before, so many of you who struggle with rotation, this is going to get it for you. Did for me. This was the missing key for me with rotating nicely. So, as soon as I start that downswing, point the stick down and just turn it around, and that's going to get you all these nice benefits. So when you're going about keeping the lead hip down, whether it's with the drill or just trying to think and get this moving into your golf swing, you have to make sure you've got a couple things in there. So you've got to make sure that one, you're sequencing your body turn correctly. You're getting your, from rib cage down, so lower body, mid torso, separating, rotating first. I've got so many videos on this, it's a joke, on my channel, so you'll find some on there. So if you don't do that and you rotate in unison with upper body and chest, you'll throw the club over the top. Also, if you get up to the top of the backswing with no depth to your hands and your left arm, so you're up here, so really vertically just lifted up in the backswing. If you keep your left side down as you turn, you will throw the club over the top. So a lot of people say keeping the lead side down just makes you swing over the top. It only does if your swing is poor anyway. So you've got to get these good movements into your swing regardless, because if you're a golfer who's getting up to the top of the backswing like this, and your only mechanism to swing on path is to lose your hip tilt and tilt backwards, you're a bad golfer. You're not going to improve that much. So that will have an incredible amount of timing. Justin Thomas can make that work. Are you Justin Thomas? No, you don't have a skill level. So don't try to copy those very unique players. If you do that, you will be a bad golfer. You won't be like Justin Thomas. So absolutely get yourself deep enough at the top. Keep that lead side down. That is a much easier, more efficient way to swing for most golfers out there. So if you enjoyed this video, of course, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So get doing this drill and you will be hitting the ball way better.